Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, November 8, 2016, 12:42 a.m. Birmingham. And topic tonight is just wait now and see as long as everyone get out and vote. Let me read you a couple of things that are going on. And these things are rather, were being picked at by Russians and by others that we probably hadn't discussed yet. But for an example, Russian warplanes keep buzzing the Baltics. And how does NATO scramble? Well, they don't. The Kremlin is escalating tensions ahead of the U.S. elections. And I won't go any more and continue to read on that because they're testing, and I don't believe that they believe that Trump will be elected. Well, I believe they're going to be surprised. Trump won't sit like a knot on the log and do anything. He'll get up and get something done. I mean, that will stop. And it won't cause a war. It will cause a country to back off the way they should, because we're going to come back. Clinton's email cases. Now it's reached a time when they're just kind of ho-hum about it. There are not any internal investigations going on. They're really exposing internal tensions, is what they're doing with the Justice Department, and stirring concerns with no one. They think they are. But, you have North Korean Chinese tourists take a trip down memory lane. The South Korean political scandal started with a card, all kinds of stuff here, but yet it's under a label American tensions with Russia and how things are going. And anyway, it's not going, not here in America. It's like nobody's doing anything, and this is why we need Donald Trump. Remember what the word Trump, well, first, let me say this. The word Trump found in the Torah 3 times. And the Torah is only the first 5 books of the Old Testament. These are the Orthodox Jews' Bible. And this is what they go by. And you won't find the Torah being pulled out of other sections of the rest of the entire Bible, just the first 5 books, because the entire Bible, Old and New Testament, are in the first 5 books. All of it, the whole Bible. And so when Glazerson, a co-founder, co-inventor, or whatever, of discovering the Torah inside, or the codes inside the Torah, found Trump's name 3 times. Found it once under candidate. Found it 1 time under assassination attempt. And written out assassination attempt, and under candidate. And then again under presidential. Found Trump's name there. Rabbi Glazerson, when asked about what he thought, he didn't give an opinion. Normally, he doesn't give an opinion. But when asked what he believed, he said, I believe what the Bible says, that Donald Trump will be the president of this country. or of your country, he's talking about, because he's in Israel. And so Perry Stone, the little country preacher of fire and brimstone in Tennessee, picks up on this and sees, he gets interested and sees, well, I'm going to trace out the word Trump and see if it means anything at all in the Hebrew. So he did. And Trump meant word ma, M-A. Just like you. Some people, like my grandson, calls my daughter, his mother, ma. And, but ma, when you go in and get the definition of just a simple word, M-A, it's the word what comes out of it. But it's not a simple, what do you want? Or do you know what I want? It's not that. It is like, what? You gotta be kidding me. In other words, your team was down by what? 10 points last night when you went to bed. And there's only 58 seconds on the clock. And then you wake up in the morning and find that your team won by 3 points. What in the world happened? That's the excitement behind the word what. And what comes from ma, and ma comes from Trump. Glazerson said that Donald Trump will be our president, and I believe him. The fireman prophecy, this is a prophetic, whether it be a dream, a vision, or a combination of the two. It is prophetic. And it also says, not by name, but by all the traits, everything that we know of Donald Trump, like he is being repelled. He repels everything, not being repelled, but he repels everything that hits him, like duck, the water coming off the duck's back. His numbers get higher the more he is attacked. So all these things that he had in this dream, and there was a bunch, a lot of them. He wrote them all down in May of 2011. Actually made a copy of it and had it on CDs that he gave out to a number of people. And one of the people he gave it to, it was his doctor in 2011. And they were talking about it last year, 2015. Not the doctor, he'd forgotten about it, but the wife. And she brought it up, and some woman said, wait a minute, you talking about a disc that my husband gave you? She said, yeah. She said, you got that? Yeah, can I see it? So, goes from there. Everything that was said and done, written down, was in 2011. And none of this happened until 2015. So, you got a man that is writing the future. And no man can write the future. They can only guess. And to guess at, for example, a country normally lasts 200 years. And then it caves in. And we have been the exception. And the Rome is not a country. And when I say the Roman Empire, it's not a country. It is a bunch of countries that have risen and have fallen over this time. The United States is a country that's well beyond its age to fall. And I believe we are going to fall, but not until Trump takes office. And whatever it is that God has for him to do, he will first fulfill that. I believe he'll be in office at least 4 years. At least. Now, beyond that would be anybody's guess. And the reason I say that is we have gone so far just in the last 7.5 years in a downward spiral that we can't go anymore. It's like when two eagles lock claws at 3,000 or 4,000 feet, they'll spiral down and they won't break loose. They're playing chicken. They won't break loose until they're right at the ground. And sometimes they get too entangled to break loose. And guess what? Two eagles end up dying. But in any case, the point is, if we're here now, what is another 6 or 8 years going to do? We're going to implode. But it won't be until after whatever it is that God has for Donald Trump to do to get done. And then I believe we're going to meet our end. But prior to that, the church will be taken away. Once it's taken away, then this country is over. I mean, months, it's over. Good luck. Say your prayers and vote for Trump. Jody Wolf Expoz.